Hey man, Jim Wolf here with dating advice for men who love women. So you just went through a breakup and it hurts. And hurts is probably not even a strong enough word. And unfortunately, it's an experience that many of us have a lot more often than we'd like. So first of all, I just want to let you know that you are definitely not alone. This happens to the best guys, and usually they don't even see it coming or even know why it happened. And by the way, the woman leaves the man much more often in a relationship than the other way around. When you look at who files for divorce, for example, it's much more often the woman who files for divorce than the man. So you are most definitely not alone in this experience, and it doesn't say anything at all about you as a man. Angelina Jolie recently left Brad Pitt, and he seems like a really cool guy. He's extremely handsome, wealthy, and famous. So again, as painful as it is, it happens to men all over the world all the time, and you are not alone. And by the way, you're awesome just for seeking this information out. You're already on the right track right now just by listening to this presentation. And in this presentation, we'll go over how to process your breakup so that you can start moving forward from a position of strength when you're ready. And before we get started, I just want to say that this presentation is for general breakups. If you're getting a divorce and you have kids, etc., obviously the things in this presentation still apply, but those things are a whole other ballgame. So this presentation is just for the general idea of going through a breakup. And before we get started, I just want to say the first thing that you shouldn't do is try to get your ex back. Some of the most popular programs out there are how to get your ex back programs. And if I just wanted to make a lot of money, I would definitely produce a how to get your ex back product. However, I will never produce a how to get your ex back product because I don't think that you should chase after your ex after she breaks up with you. Now, I'm not faulting the people who make those programs because a lot of guys will find dating advice by buying one of those get your ex back programs, and then they launch into the process of learning about dating and personal growth from that point. So I'm not putting down anyone who makes how to get your ex back programs because there's a huge market need for that, and that's the entry point into learning about dating and relationships for so many guys. So I'm not saying that get your ex back programs are bad. It's just that I'll never produce one because I will never recommend that you chase after your ex for a couple of reasons. Number one, when you chase after someone who broke up with you, you lose some self-esteem and self-respect. And I want you to have more self-esteem and self-respect. So I don't want you to chase after her. And then number two, let's say you did end up getting her back. Let's say you got a how to get your ex back program and now she's back with you. Well, first of all, the problems that you had that led to your breakup are still going to be there if she gets back together with you. And maybe even more importantly, she's still going to remember everything that you did that made her want to break up with you. She's never going to forget all that stuff, and she's never going to see you the same way. Versus if you start over with a new woman, as hard as that is to imagine right now probably, you're going to be in a much better position because that new woman is not going to have any memories of anything that you've done to make her less interested in you. So you're going to be in a much stronger position. And when it comes to living your life and being happy and fulfilled and successful, you always want to come from the strongest possible position. And so the best possible thing that you can do is to start fresh with a new woman once you are ready. And if you're not ready to move on right now, I totally get that. I won't fault you at all if you close this presentation right now and go buy all of the Get Your Ex Back programs that you can find and try to go for it. If that's the position that you're in, I won't fault you at all for that. We're not robots, we have feelings. It's hard to just let someone go. So I completely understand that. However, 6 months from now, you're going to be a lot more successful and feel a lot better about yourself if you take that pain right now short term and let her go and don't chase after her at all. And so that's what I recommend that you do if you can. And I also recommend that you look at this breakup as a huge opportunity for personal growth. And chances are you're already starting to if you're listening to this presentation. You know, one of my best friends is also a dating coach, and I met him about 2 or 3 years ago, and he went through a really bad breakup that really hurt him. And because of that moment, he started learning about personal growth and dating and relationships. And now, just a couple short years later, he helps guys all over the world become more successful with women. And he actually left dental school to teach guys about dating full time. And he's a really amazing guy. And none of that would have ever happened if he didn't have a really painful breakup. So as painful as it might be right now, if you start to see this as a huge opportunity for personal growth, you're already going to be heading down the right path. And then to start processing your breakup and turn it into something good, do these 7 things. Number 1, start taking better care of yourself. Use this as an opportunity to take great care of yourself. Go buy yourself one nice thing that you've wanted to get for a while and you haven't. Do one thing that you enjoy that you haven't done for a long time. Go get yourself a massage. Do something nice for yourself. And then, if you're not doing it already, start working out. This is a great opportunity to get your health in order. And lifting weights and starting to feel really good about your body has been shown to increase your self-esteem and your self-respect and your self-worth, and that's going to make you more confident and attractive going forward. So if you're not already doing it, start lifting weights or working out, or just do something active with your body so that you can start feeling better in a physical way. Take a boxing class, go do martial arts, sign up for a softball league. Whatever it is, do something to get your body in motion, and that's going to make you feel better physically. And then also grow your self-esteem. Why are you so awesome? Make a list of all of your best qualities and keep adding to it as you think of more. And then work on raising your personal standards for what you tolerate in your life as well. Starting today, cut 2 things out of your life that you don't want or need and add 1 thing that you do want. And you can practice that just by spending 2 hours getting rid of clothes that you haven't worn in 12 months. And that process of letting go of things that you don't want anymore or don't need anymore will also help you move on from the breakup. It's basically the same process, so give it a try. And then number 2, do something for someone else. Go volunteer at your local soup kitchen. Give money to kiva.org, my favorite philanthropy. Do something for someone else because that makes you feel a lot better about yourself and your life. And then number 3, make a list of things you didn't like about your ex and your relationship with her. Now, this is not to put her down at all. So when you're out on a date with a new girl, you never want to say anything negative about your ex. However, chances are you have an inflated view of your ex. When someone breaks up with us, our attraction to them automatically doubles from that quote rejection. And so that's probably part of why you feel so bad. You most likely have a very inflated positive view of her. And it can help to balance that out by remembering some of the things you didn't like about her and some of the things you didn't like about your relationship. Nobody is perfect. There's no such thing as an angel or a goddess. There's just human beings just like you and me. We all have positive and negative qualities. And again, chances are you're seeing all of her positives and very few of her negatives. So it's been shown to help ease the pain if you actually spend some time and write down some of the things you didn't like about her and your relationship. And then don't show it to anyone else. This is just for you. And again, it's not putting her down at all. It's just painting a more realistic picture of her and your relationship in your mind. And again, that can definitely help you start to process your breakup. And then number 4, when you're ready, examine what actually went wrong in your relationship. There are only 3 main reasons why it didn't work out with her. Number 1, she was never actually interested in you to begin with. There are some women who will date you when they're not actually interested in you. So this could be a woman who is dating you because you had the hookup to really cool concerts, or she thought that you had a lot of money, or you were kind of a rebound safe guy for her because the last guy she dated before you was a complete jerk and she wanted to change, etc. So a woman will date you for a lot of reasons, only one of which is that she's actually interested in you. So that's one possibility. Number two, if she was interested in you, you made some mistakes that drove her interest in you down and eventually led her to break up with you. So that's the second possibility. And then number three, you chose the wrong woman. It might not have anything to do with you at all. She might just have a bad attitude, or she might have some issues that she has to deal with. So those are the three main reasons why a woman will break up with you. She either wasn't interested in you to begin with, or she was and your behavior drove her interest down, or if those two things aren't true, maybe she just wasn't the right woman for you after all. So figure out which one of those three it was, and then correct it for next time. And you do that by number 5, learning more about women. Learn more about women so it doesn't happen to you again. And you're already doing it right now just by listening to this presentation. So well done. I encourage you to keep going and keep learning about dating, relationships, male-female dynamics, and women forever. And adopt a growth mindset. And just start where you are right now and keep learning everything you can from here. Remember, there are no actual naturals. There's just guys that learned this stuff at a much earlier age, probably from someone in their life who happened to be good with women. And I want to tell you a quick story about this. We often think that successful people don't have to learn anything and they're just born with a certain quality. Well, let me tell you about my friend Brad. My friend Brad is one of the coolest guys I know. He's also handsome, well-connected, very sociable, very kind, very smart, etc. He's an extremely high-level man. And he has one of the most attractive, most amazing wives you could possibly imagine. And he's very happy in his life, and he's very happy with his wife. And they have 4 kids, and they're one of my favorite families. Now, here's the interesting thing about Brad. He's the kind of guy that really doesn't need any dating advice. He's extremely happy in his relationship already, and his wife is amazing. However, when I first went on a big major podcast and did an interview, he was the first person who had listened to my interview to make a comment about something that he learned from my interview. So here's a guy who we would all think has absolutely no reason to seek out dating advice, who actually listened to my interview and pointed out a couple of things that he learned from it. He was the first person to comment about it. Okay, and then contrast that with a guy out there who thinks he already knows everything about women and dating. And just imagine the success level of those two guys. So the idea of being a natural is completely a myth. I encourage you to be like my friend Brad and continue to learn about dating and relationships for the rest of your life. And remember this, about 70 to 90% of relationships, according to the research that I've seen, are not happy, healthy, and functional. 70 to 90% of relationships are not happy, healthy, and functional. And so almost everyone has more to learn in this area. I've been studying male-female dynamics, dating and relationships, etc. for about 15 years now, very intensely. And I can tell you that I still learn something almost every single day. So I encourage you to start right here and then keep learning about this topic for the rest of your life, because you have to learn this stuff. It's not, quote, natural. Also, there are many ones. There are many women who are right for you. Soulmates don't exist, and even if they do, there are literally thousands of them walking around the world right now, just waiting to meet you once you process this breakup and learn everything you need to know to go forward. And also remember, happiness is your job. If you're seeking happiness in women, you're going to be very disappointed. And you can increase your happiness by expressing gratitude and by going after your genuine desires in your life. So that's your job, and a woman can add to your happiness, but no woman can actually make you happy. that's your job. And the truth is this: you are whole and complete and awesome all on your own, exactly as you are right now. You are awesome, whole, and complete right now in this moment, just as you are. You don't need a woman to complete you. And then number 6, start creating a life you actually enjoy. If you love every moment of your life, whether a woman is with you or not, it's going to take the sting out of any, quote, rejection you might get from a woman, including a breakup. If you're really doing things that you love to do every single day and you're really enjoying your life, you're not going to be so hurt by something that a woman does. So starting today, focus on building a life you enjoy and that's fulfilling for you, and then invite women into your life versus looking for a woman to complete you or make your life better. Focus on creating a life that you love on your own, that's fulfilling for you, that makes you feel good, and then invite a woman to join you in your already awesome life instead of trying to get a woman to make you happy. And then lastly, number 7, when you're ready, move forward. When you're ready, move forward. Give yourself time. They say it takes about 2 months for every year you were together with someone to really process your emotions from a breakup. And I'm not sure exactly where that number came from. However, the point is that it definitely takes time. So give yourself that time. We're not robots. We have emotions, we have feelings, etc. So give yourself time first, because that's really the only thing that's going to help you get over this breakup. And then when you're ready, at that point, move forward from a position of strength. And once you are ready, just take one action to start you going forward and start your momentum. So start with just going out on one date with a new girl, or start by getting one woman's phone number, or just create an online dating profile or sign up for an online dating app. Just do one action to start you moving in the right direction once you're ready. And then keep going forward from there, and eventually you'll get to exactly where you want to go. And if you feel like you're ready to start the process of moving forward right now, we have some free gifts for you as a thank you for checking out this presentation. We have some advanced free training for you, and you can get it by going to datingadviceformenwholovewomen.com. That's datingadviceformenwholovewomen.com. And if you think you're at the point where you're ready to just jump right in right now, go grab your copy of the best-selling Attract and Keep Her system right now. Inside the Attract and Keep Her system, you'll discover how to attract a devoted girlfriend or wife and how to keep her in love so you don't have to worry about getting dumped or divorced ever again. And you'll also learn how to build an awesome, fulfilling relationship with her that keeps both of you happy. So I encourage you to end your pain and confusion about women forever. Go grab your copy of Attract and Keep Her right now. Just go to attractandkeepher.com/system. That's attractandkeepher.com/system. I'm Jim Wolf with Dating Advice for Men Who Love Women, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.